second pay-per-view, 1991, Tuesday in Texas. This was an experimental route from Vince McMahon to run pay-per-views that weren't according to the big, 1991, were they the big three then? Maybe they were the big four. But this was right after. This was days after Survivor Series. Survivor Series 1991. This is captured on tape. You can get this Super Tape 1992. For some reason, they didn't release it in the United States as Tuesday in Texas. I believe Silver Vision did release it. But this is the show that is built up by the main event to me. The one match that's always stood alone is Randy Savage wrestling against Jake the Snake Roberts. Of course, they were both suspended and they were not allowed to be a part of Survivor Series 1991. They were supposed to be captains of their teams, which ended up being the weird main event. I think it was the Big Boss Man and LOD going up against the Natural Disasters and IRS, I do believe. I did watch this in hype of the Survivor Series coming up this year. I did watch this, and I did put up a review talking about what was on the show, and it definitely wasn't one of the best, but it did get me fired up to watch this show. I haven't seen this in a long time. There's a really good match against Bret Hart versus Skinner. Skinner is the guy they always bring back at all the Legend shows, and if you're like me, you're like, why the fuck do they keep bringing back Skinner? This is the one match that really did make this guy a legend, plus he was pretty big in Florida at the time. Davey Boy Smith and the Warlord lock up in this one. I don't know why. You have Ted DiBiase and the Repo Man go up against Al Matador and Virgil. But Hulk Hogan wrestles Undertaker. He wins back his WWF Championship that he lost days before. But of course, this is the big setup to who is going to be the champion. They go down and ends up being stripped by Tunney because there's so much disqualification stuff going on with Ric Flair being out there at ringside. Tunney ends up making the Royal Rumble. Whoever wins it wins the big one, and you see all the names jumping in there. Of course, Ric Flair would go on to win that and become the first time and only time the Royal Rumble has declared the WWF champion at the time.